Sweet baby cakes, we're doing it. You and I are embarking on a journey to unlock our creative potential. We are not holding our dreams captive anymore. We're not wallowing in doubt or leaving our ideas to rot. We are becoming the artists we were born to be. We are doing the artist way. This little book has been doing the rounds on the internet, and I for one am thrilled to see it, because this course that is this book has radically transformed my life, not once but twice already. The first time was about a decade ago, and it had me launching my own online shop where I sold jewelry to Francis Bean Cobain, and basically decided to change my entire life plan by not doing the master's program I was applying to and instead moving to the other side of the world. And then the second time had me quitting my nice but ultimately boring office job that I somehow found myself working and moving back to this side of the world. Third time's a charm. I don't foresee any hemispheric moves, but we'll see. This book packs a punch, and you could probably read the whole thing in like an afternoon, but best results come when you marinate yourself in it for the prescribed 12 weeks. You might be thinking, this is a pretty big commitment. But look, if you are watching this video, you're at least curious, right? You're flirting with the idea of completely transforming your life and unleashing your creative potential. So that's got to count for something. My own personal reason for embarking on my third expedition of this voyage is because looking back over the past year, when I think of my creative aspirations and all the ideas I have, all the things I so desperately want to make, and when I contrast that with my creative results, the projects that I've actually completed, and most importantly, the way I've actually felt in myself and my creative expression, how satisfied I felt in my creative exploration and expression, I really hate how fucking disconnected those two things feel. I'm already a full-time artist. This is literally my job to create things. I talk about creativity at length to anybody who will stop still enough to listen, and yet still I've fallen out of sorts with where I want to be and how I want to be feeling. So picking up this book, starting this course, is a way for me to reconnect with myself and where I'm at, and really empower myself in my creativity, and hopefully to a level that I haven't done before, get to a place with my creativity and my expression that I have not yet reached. I don't necessarily have a specific goal for the end of these 3 months, and that is kind of the point. This whole program is about opening yourself up to your creativity, and that means that you're becoming available to your potential. Opening yourself to your creativity means that you are becoming available for your potential, whatever that looks like, whatever direction that takes you in. And I don't know, like, that just sounds pretty sexy. Let's talk about Julia for a second. Miss Julia Cameron is the sister to James Cameron and the previous wife of Martin Scorsese, and I don't mean to diminish a very accomplished woman to like the men that she is associated with in her life, but if you are a filmmaker, I don't know, it's probably gonna help you out to get yourself in the vicinity of this woman. Not gonna hurt. And that's ultimately kind of, sort of, but not really what this book is about. It's a way to learn from someone's life of extremely successful and influential creativity for herself and all the other people that she has worked with. If you look at the people who've taken this course, who rep this course, who recommend this course, it's a very good crowd to get yourself involved with. And I don't think there's a way that this can take you backwards. So if you're feeling creatively stuck, creatively stifled, if you want to express yourself more and find, I don't know, new ways of living, new ways of like feeling, then it can't hurt. What I love most about this book is that it doesn't tell you what to do. Yes, there are exercises to try out and tools and practices to follow, but this is not like these are the 12 steps to follow and that will make you creative. There is no recipe for creativity. You find that yourself. This book doesn't prescribe anything. This is a tool to get to know yourself. And the more you know and the more you pay attention and come to love yourself, the more effortless it becomes to explore your expression and ultimately develop your style as a creative, as an artist, and to create all of those ideas that have been captive in your head for too long. On the very first page, Julia writes, "We are all creative, and with the use of a few simple tools, we can all become more creative." Let's talk about those tools. First, we have morning pages. Julia calls these the primary tool for creative recovery. I write mine in this notebook. Don't freeze those pages because it's deeply, deeply embarrassing. Morning pages are simply 3 pages of stream of consciousness that you write every morning. What comes up on these pages will oscillate between giving you completely life-changing epiphanies to being the most boring chore that you just want to tick off for the day, but write them anyway. Morning pages will teach you that your mood doesn't really matter. I think that is really, really pivotal to having an ongoing relationship with your creativity, of allowing yourself to make things and to show up for your ideas and your vision regardless of how you feel, of not being in this perfectionist state of thinking that you have to be in a particular mood or on a particular energy level to qualify for sitting down to make something. When you start to welcome creativity as a habit, which I think is like the underlying value of building this morning pages routine, is like, I can show up and I can write 3 pages every single day regardless of whatever, and it doesn't have to be good, but I did it, I ticked the thing off. And the more I think that I'm able to connect with my creativity in that way of like, this is just a thing that I do, and I stop attaching a story to the way I have to feel to show up, or an expectation even of what I make in that time, then ultimately the more I'm able to create, because I've lowered the pressure for myself and I'm open to valuing my thoughts and my ideas as and when they come up. The second thing is the artist day. This is where you get a little bit of solo self-indulgence once a week. At first when I did this, I used to plan these really elaborate artist dates with myself, but then after a couple of weeks I was like, this just doesn't fit into my weekly schedule with ease, and it becomes things of like, I will go to the beach, I will like go to the library, I will go for a walk and think about a certain thing. The artist date can be really, really simple, but the point of it is that you're showing up for yourself and to make space for your creativity to be indulged, to actually have inspiration so you're able to do something with it. Spending time in solitude with your artist child is essential to self-nurturing. And Julia goes on to say, as artists, we must learn to be self-nourishing. Instead of always looking outside of ourselves for something or someone to give us inspiration, the combination of the artist day and morning pages teach us to inspire ourselves, teach us to be in active creativity because we said so, not because we're waiting on something external to put a spark within us. We build creativity into our everyday life as just a simple, regular, everyday thing. Those are the 2 core activities that you will do throughout the 12-week program. Then each week you're given these different activities that relate to the specific lessons of the week to pick and choose your way through. The book also has you write a little contract with yourself, which I think is exceptionally cute. Like, to sit down with yourself, write out a contract and sign that contract to yourself. So cute. So you sign a contract saying, I'm going to show up, I'm going to be creative, I'm going to do these things, I'm going to see where this journey takes me, and Bob's your uncle, you've begun. I'm going to be documenting my own progress over the next 12 weeks here on YouTube. Subscribe, like, we can do this thing together, independently, but together. Get the book, scribble in it, start doing your morning pages, start taking yourself on artist dates. I will see you in the next video where I am sharing my week 1 report. Love ya, bye!